2nd, 2025 Marshalltown Community School District Board meeting. Welcome to all of you joining us here in person. Welcome as well to anybody who might be tuning in on the live stream, either right now or watching at a later time. We'll do some quick announcements before we do anything else. We'll introduce the board members here this evening. Starting to my right, we have Zach Wall, Elizabeth Wise, and Sarah Faltis. And to my left, Karina Hernandez, Maria Morales, and Leah Stanley. We also have 3 of our student school board reps here this evening, but they're going to introduce themselves later, so I won't spoil it for everybody. Immediately to my left here at the center table is Dr. Theron Schutte, the superintendent of schools. To my right, Mr. Randy Denham, our board secretary, and I am Sean Heitman. We've got a pink sign-up sheet there on the speakers table for anybody who wants to address the board during public comment time. You will be given 5 minutes to speak. Iowa law prohibits the discussion of specific employees of the district or their job performance. Also, in accordance with board policy, board members may not respond to comments made so that we can comply with open meeting laws. With those announcements out of the way, would you all please join me in reading the mission statement of the Marshalltown Community School District? We develop learners who have the knowledge, skills, and positive mindset to successfully pursue a meaningful future through personalized learning experiences. And please stand as you're able and join in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Are there any changes to the agenda this evening?
There are not.
Then is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Faltis Morales, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries 7-0. Theron, you're going to do recognitions?
Yes, can we have the Homecoming Planning Committee come forward, please? It's a little bit of an unusual year with homecoming coming so quickly this year, so we thought we'd better bring this group in and tell us a little bit about what's being planned.
All right, so this is the student council. I am the senior class president, and my name is Callan Santana.
I'm the senior vice president, Miles Golden.
And I'm one of the student council advisors, Charlotte Santana. I'm one of 3. Our other 2 advisors are here.
Okay. So a few fun facts in case you didn't know about Student Senate is that we have 15 members in every single grade level, meaning that we are a total of 60 members.
And as a total of our 60 members, we all use our skills and interests in order to contribute towards our organization.
And over the past few years of student council or student senate, which what it passed was that we were able to fulfill different positions of the president and vice president and secretary per grade level, with 12 executive cabinet members.
One of our past accomplishments was hosting a field day in this past springtime to see seniors off for 3 years in a row now, which we are very proud of.
So this year's homecoming crowns are sponsored by the class of 1975.
And just recently, as of this summer, we have earned Honor Council for our efforts of our student council. Go on.
All right. So a few things about the homecoming events. So today at the high school, the homecoming court was announced, and we have a total of 8 homecoming king and queen candidates.
Though homecoming officially starts this coming Sunday with Powder Buff and Powder Buff games, our planning for the event truly began towards the end of the summer when we planned and attended the Mission Leadership Conference at the Marshalltown High School.
So this Sunday at September 7th, we will have our Power Buff and Power Puff game at 5:30 on the field and the Buff game in the gym. These games, which are always a hit for our juniors and specifically seniors, which they go against each other.
They're a dress-up theme for each day at the high school this upcoming week, with Monday being Monday Blues, which is where you'll wear the color blue, Tropical Tuesday, White Lie Wednesday, Culture Thursday and Spirit Day Friday.
Monday and Tuesday will be the float building at the Army here in Marshalltown.
And the homecoming parade will go down Main Street and begin at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, September 19th.
And the evening festival will continue with the main crowning of our king and queen during coronation on the football field beginning at 7:30 with a short pep rally. That's all we have.
And I also have some more fun facts about our student council. With all the planning, they kind of go through their checklist, very much procedural. We look to you all as guidance, we try to follow that. But what we also have are 22 active committees that pull together and create homecoming from beginning to end. And so we, as advisors, love it when we can step back and let the students just produce all of the lovely things that they can. And this year, we're going to try and let our homecoming court members take on an activity and make it happen the Thursday when we really don't have any festivities going on. So homecoming is always evolving into something that is student-made, and it helps them develop pride and ownership to their contributions for the school district and their building. So we're proud of what they've accomplished.
I think everyone's excited for the festivities to begin. So good luck with putting this planning into action.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks. So we have a really special recognition here next. Last spring, I received an email from Director Mackenzie Snow and Jay Pennington from the Iowa Department of Education. Their message stated that the Iowa Department of Education partnered with the National Math Stars to recognize the top performing math students from all across the entire state of Iowa. And based on the ISS scores for the scores that were taken last spring. And Devin Wilder was named one of the top 700. There were 764 third grade students recognized across the state, which put him in the top 2% of all third graders.
Wow.
That means only 2 out of every 100 kids get chosen for this across Iowa. So they sent me a medal to recognize your tremendous performance here. Put that around your neck. Congratulations.
We're proud of Devin's effort, and we look forward to him achieving higher even more this year. Anything you want to say?
And we're not going to go up against you in any math contest.
That isn't about coding.
Oh, okay.
Better now.
You can share that. Do you want to share?
Well, that's really special. Congratulations. We're very proud of you.
Do you want to share something about coding? I think I heard you say something about coding.
Yeah, I guess.
What do you want to say? Share something.
One interesting skill that I have is I am actually really good at coding. Like I already know a little bit of Python code, although not very much. Most of my coding skills are in block coding. As I started using Scratch at my house when I was in 2nd grade.
Wow.
Wow. Very good. Well, congratulations.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
Thank you, Devin.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
the consent agenda, we've got minutes from our last meeting in August 18th. Jackie, any items of note in personnel?
I am just happy to say that as of today, we have 23 hourly positions available and still 7 teaching positions, so a total of 30 positions in the district. So we're onboarding. You'll see a large number of list of staff for next time we have a meeting on the 15th, but it's a pretty exciting time in the district to be so loved and desired.
Well, thank you so much for all your efforts. You know, we've seen those postings really decrease from the past. I remember them always being over 120 openings all the time. So thank you for all your hard work.
Thanks, Jackie. Looking at interagency agreements and contracts, we've got a course proposal from the high school for a year-long course formerly known as military leadership to be offered as history of military leadership and taught in the social studies department. There's a rebate proposal from Alliant Energy in the amount of $55,282 for the Miller Middle School addition and renovation project. A McKinney-Vento transitional interdistrict transportation agreement with South Tama. An agreement for field experience placements between the high school and Marshalltown Community College. An amendment to the professional services agreement with Envision Architecture for additional site improvements at Miller Middle School. A technology services agreement with Central Rivers Area Education Agency for technology support. It's a prepaid bank of 20 hours. Food service agreement with the YMCA for purchase of meals for child and adult care food program, and a food service agreement with First United Methodist Head Start, and then 3 statewide voluntary preschool program agreements, one with Bobcat Academy, one with St. Francis, and one with the YMCA. Any questions about any of those items? In open enrollments, there are 4 in and 12 out. Randy, anything to note in bills? Any questions for Randy about the bills? Technology department has some items which they would like to have declared obsolete. And we've got a gift from Kids in Need Foundation partnering with the 3M Corporation to donate teacher support boxes to all full-time teachers at Hoagland Elementary School. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
Oh, everybody is a chorus. We'll say Faltis and Stanley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say no. Motion carries 7-0. Nobody's on the pink sheet, which means, come on up, girls. It's time to introduce yourselves.
Just want to remind you to pull the microphone real close and talk real close.
Youngest to oldest or oldest to youngest? I guess oldest to youngest. Hello everybody, my name is Miley Dougal. I'm a senior. A little bit about me is I have done softball, tennis, cheer, both fall and winter. I've been given the opportunity to be a captain this year for our fall cheer squad, which is really, really exciting. I have 2 other people with me, Adri and Ellie. They're both amazing people. It's doing really, really good. I also was nominated for court today, which was super duper exciting. I love to be recognized for loving to help people, being in our community. It's super exciting to do this. I don't know what else. I'm in NHS. I'm also in Interact Club. I like helping with my mom with Tri-T. It's a camp for girls around the state of Iowa who come to a camp, and it's for lesser privileged young ladies. It's super fun. I also went to, where was it? I also help with Catholic Heart, which is a organization where they go around, just like the United States. They help around. We stay there for a week, and then we just help build up communities that are also less privileged. I think that might be it.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Hello, my name is Namade. I am in 11th grade. I do NHS, speech and debate. I went to state last year. I do poetry out loud, literature over lunch. Honestly, I might be forgetting some, but I do a lot of things, so I'm gonna just leave it there. I think that's honestly it. I think that's it. Yeah, I don't have much to say.
Hi, I'm Audrey Miller Pfeiffer. I'm also in 11th grade. I'm in art club, FBLA, speech and debate, track and field. I might also be forgetting some things because I'm in a lot of stuff too, but I'm pretty sure that's it.
Well, we're super excited to have you guys with us. In the future, feel free to bring your Chromebooks because you can follow along on the agenda with that. And I forgot to tell you when I met with you that there's generally a meal in this back room. So if you're hungry, there's Maid-Rites and some shakes, and you're welcome to help yourself if you'd like.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks.
Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Bree?
Hi there. Thank you all for having me. I don't really know where to start. I can't follow up after that. Basically, just
we have
kind
the
of,
video for you too.
yeah, if you want to show that, we have a quick testimonial from a student who graduated this past spring, just to kind of talk about their involvement in my specific program, which is Trio Talent Search. But I am representing Talent Search and Upward Bound. My colleague just wasn't able to attend, so we can play that first, and then I can go into other stuff.
The board might recognize this student.
Oh.
Good evening, school board members. My name is Legate Paul, and I graduated in June of 2025. I participated in the Trail Talent Search program in high school, and I'm currently attending Case Western Reserve University, majoring in biology on the pre-med track. As a first-generation college student, the college process was very unfamiliar to me, but through Trio, I was able to understand important steps like applying for FAFSA, learning about the timeline of the college process, such as when to start applications and when to submit them, but also I was able to find a college that was the best fit for me. Additionally, I also learned about different scholarship opportunities and ways to make college more affordable, which was a really big concern that I had. So I'm really glad I was able to be a part of this program, and without Trio, I would have felt lost in the college process. Trio also gave me numerous opportunities to visit colleges both inside and outside of Iowa, which was a really great experience. I learned about different programs that each school offered, which helped me explore my passion and confirm my interest for STEM. One thing I like to share about Trio is that it is truly beneficial. It provides resources and guidance for students, and also create an environment where students can connect and support one another through the challenges of preparing for college. So I would like to share my gratitude for supporting programs like Trio that make such a difference in students' lives. Thank you.
So, you're all familiar with Leye. She's tremendous, and she just completed her first week of college last week. So, pretty exciting. Basically, I'm just here tonight to talk about a couple of our overnight trips, just to make the board aware, some of which I've approached you all about before. One is a newer sort of request, and the other is just a small variation. So to start off, we have a leadership conference in Minnesota. Basically, we'll be taking about 5 students. Most of them are seniors and 1 junior who've just kind of demonstrated exceptional leadership skills within our programs. Kind of give them a little bit more exposure to what it means to be a leader at like different levels and how that could potentially transcend to their college experiences. The next visit, me making sure I have all of these in order, would be a trip to UNI. In the past, we've gone to UNI in Iowa. Iowa's visit days just filled up super quick. UNI is offering a very specific trio visit day, which just shows students what trio kind of looks like at the college level. So Upward Bound and Talent Search are pre-college programs, so we're kind of helping them get to UNI, Iowa, Iowa State, things like that. Once they're actually at an institution and they have a trio program, they kind of have different services, similar to what we provide, but again, just for the college level. And then lastly is just Omaha, which we're taking our 9th grade students to. And what Lege had mentioned in the video, just giving them exposure to colleges within the state as well as outside of the state of Iowa, just so they know what their options are like. Questions?
Which colleges will you see in Omaha?
So we will actually be looking at Iowa Western Community College in Council Bluffs, and we are currently, I think we're trying to coordinate with either Creighton or the University of Nebraska, Omaha, so it's kind of whoever is available.
Any other questions? Then is there a motion to approve the trio talent search and trio upward bound student field trip requests as presented?
So move.
Second.
Hernandez Fontes or Hernandez Stanley? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say no. Motion carries 7-0.
Perfect. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Board and superintendent goals. After our work session at the last meeting, I tried to do my best to revise those goals to be reflective of what we talked about for the board with student achievement, continued emphasis on making sure that we are providing concise and meaningful and regular data presentations. I also added a footnote that as we develop additional key performance indicators for the strategic plan, that will become a part of that as well. And then a continued emphasis on improving or increasing student attendance and reducing absenteeism or chronic absenteeism. I think you've got a modern day record on the number of years that you've earned the board learning award, so we kept that on there, and we'll continue to participate collectively as we're able and willing in formal board development opportunities. I know that IESB is planning on doing one of their workshops here again at the Orpheum in December, which I talked to the girls about that being a great opportunity for them to learn, since a lot of it's centered on the roles and responsibilities of board members with the November elections coming up. And then we talked about, which is never an issue with you guys, doing your best to be present and available at different functions that we have throughout the school district throughout the year. I think extra points were earned by the concession stand workers the other day, because that was quite a feat.
Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, it was fun, sort of. We didn't see one iota of the game, but yeah.
I was going to say, I don't know about fun, it was busy. You had to set a record. Is that normal?
Yeah. Is it normal?
A Friday night?
For maybe the first game, yeah.
Oh, for the first game.
Well, and with it being Ames, it was probably.
Yeah, it was busy,
yeah.
but that's normally what football's like when I've worked in there. So.
Really? Because I kept hearing that it was extremely busy, that it had never been that busy before.
Maybe they just wanted you to feel like you were doing a really good job.
Maybe.
They wanted to work us.
And here I'm thinking, well, let me look at my schedule. Am I able to volunteer more often? I'm just kidding.
We'll continue to do the curriculum visits at the buildings, which have always been well received, and then we will this year assign a board member to each of the 6 elementaries in Lenahan for sure, so that you can make a special connection there, and then over the years we can rotate that so you can get exposed to different people, different buildings, that sort of thing. We'll probably give it another week or two for things to get settled with the new school year before we do that. And then for the superintendent goals, which in many ways would mirror what we talked about, we'll continue to put an emphasis on implementing and monitoring strategies that address achievement gaps and accelerate learning, which is mission critical to our achievement of all buildings being commendable and better on the report card, which is also on there. And then also an emphasis on implementing, monitoring, adjusting strategies to improve attendance and reduce chronic absenteeism. With a strategic plan, since we now have one that's been drafted and approved, a big focus on identifying meaningful performance indicators, and then also working with Assembly to figure out how to seamlessly integrate the strategic plan into the platform. And then as far as communications are concerned, continue to do a lot of things that we've been doing, highlighting the successes of our students, staff, and community partners, making a point of trying to have a minimum of 2 points of pride at each school board meeting. So we succeeded tonight. We will continue to have work with the Times Republican to do monthly op-eds and hopefully get some different people writing some for us this year as well. And then as far as our safety plan is concerned, there's been a lot of work by Amy, Eric, Abby on taking that safety plan and trying to develop, I guess you'd call them like cheat sheets that help the teachers to practically implement it, versus having to go to the plan, whether it's posters or whether it's flashcards and that sort of thing. And then as far as the fourth goal areas with the continued construction projects, so we'll continue to push hard on making sure we have a successful completion of Franklin Field, hopefully this fall or early winter. Things are moving extremely well with the Reimagine Miller project, so I would anticipate at our next meeting or shortly after in October, you'll be hearing again from Envision and Boyd Jones in terms of where things are at there. They're still tracking to hopefully go out to bid in late January or February for that project. And then a big one is I've been talking with Boyd Jones about us getting an updated or redeveloped long-term facilities maintenance and improvement plan, which will be a huge help for Todd and his team, but then also will give us some ideas on where to focus our attention once we get back past these bigger projects that are going on right now. Was there anything that I missed or from what we talked about at the last meeting?
I don't think so.
Okay. No, I didn't think so either, Theron. I think they encapsulated what we talked about when we talked about that stuff, so, yeah. Now, that's not on as action, is it?
This assembly, we don't, Maria didn't put an action item with that, so
I don't see a reason that we can't
Approve them?
approve them if that's what you want to do.
Is there a motion to approve the superintendent and school board 25-26 goals as presented? Morales, Faltis? All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Say no. Motion carries 7-0.
And we'll get those reprinted and placed at the table here for everyone to.
Good. Karina, initial review policies.
So I have 209.3, 209.4, and 209.5, all marked as reviewed, as there is no changes.
I don't think your microphone is on.
Any questions for Karina? Then they will be marked as reviewed. Thank you. Abby's not here, so I can't ask her if she has anything for communications. Shouldn't be any committee reports. I guess one question I do have on committees assignments is, it's an election year. Last year I think we assigned committees in September because that was the start of the school year, and we were pretty confident that the board membership wasn't going to be changing. I think our board policy actually says to assign those in November after the election. Do we want to wait and just leave committees as they are until November?
Sure.
Okay, then we'll do that. You'll just stay on your same committees at least until November. And I assume as those things start cranking up, you'll start getting notices and reminders about meetings to attend, so.
I think there were a few
Have
that
one.
came
I
out
was
today,
gonna say,
weren't
I
there,
already
Shauna?
have one.
Yeah, I know I gave them to Mickey, so you might be
I think SIAC and TQ came out.
Reminders, our next meeting is Monday, September 15th. Maria, you've got the initial review policies for that meeting.
I sent an email on that if I could switch with somebody since I will be on a vacation.
Sure. Anybody want to volunteer?
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Thank you. We'll switch. Or I can take the next one, however we can make it work.
That works for me.
Liz, you've got initial review policies for the September 15th board meeting, okay? Okay.
Sounds good, thank you.
Any items for a future board agenda?
I just have a question. Do you know when the school visits are gonna start up again? Do you know when the school?
I think,
So we usually get the school presentations scheduled and then we schedule the school visits.
I had,
To those, so they're almost like paired together.
okay, sounds good. I just didn't have anything on my calendar, so I thought maybe I missed something, so I just thought I'd ask. Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Karina's thinking.
I thought of something earlier, but I can't remember. I'll just email.
Okay. Okay, what have we done this evening to improve education for the students in Marshalltown?
I have student board members.
Yes, we approved our board goals. But set the
Trio.
direction.
In trio.
Trio's good, yep.
There's a lot of hiring.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to see.
Homecoming. We heard from the students.
Yeah.
Super fast this year. So fast.
It's really early.
It is.
It's really, you're gonna be ready for homecoming, girls? It's really early. Well, I mean, you're halfway there.
I did share with the girls that this would probably be a short meeting like the last one was, and that is not necessarily the norm. So
Did we forget that in the goal?
That is one of the goals.
Yeah.
Is that why you were smiling? Wait a minute here.
Zach.
Okay. If there's nothing else, then we do need to take, we're going to go into a closed session here in a little bit, but we'll take a little bit of a break so everybody can, that's it for you guys tonight. You can go home.
grab some food.
Grab some food if you want to on your way out. And we'll take about 5 minutes to let everybody else
They're not always
exit,
short.
and then we'll go into closed session. Yes, that's yours.